Hello and welcome. I'm Terraria Umbra and we don't have much time. This is Terraria. So you see this goblin army is approaching from the east. And I was in the middle of kind of shaping up the house a little better. I'm still not happy with it, but I had to stop very quickly because we're going to get a goblin army soon enough. Now, east means they're going to be approaching from the other side. I want to see if I can fight them out here. It will take them a while to reach over here, but they'll be here soon enough. So let's go ahead and get this set up. I'm probably going to die quite a bit. What triggers the goblin army to actually be able to occur is, if you remember, between after getting slaughtered by the Eye of Cthulhu and before I fought the King Slime, I destroyed one of those hearts in the Crimson. And basically when you destroy one of those, there's the second message, it basically sets a trigger that, oh, they've arrived, that the goblin army can begin their attack. And here we are. Wow, they're actually quicker than I was expecting. So I want to take care of these casters first. Ooh. So there's not a whole hell of a lot I can get from these that's great. There's one weapon that used to be really useful to plays and fighting certain bosses, and it still has its uses, but it's, I don't know. I don't know if it's just not as good anymore, or just I've gotten better at playing. I know that's hard to believe. So that I don't need it anymore, but there's just certain weapons that are, well, certain weapons I used to use for boss fights, and there's one that's dropped by these guys called the Harpoon. And it can do a whole bunch of attacks really quick, which is actually useful against certain enemies. But like I said, I've pretty much gotten past the point of using that. Let's hit the B key and hope I've got some items to buff me. Alright, so the archers are pretty much the most annoying thing. We're going to continue using this Undertaker I got a while back until they get close. And you can see how close we are to completing the goblin invasion down in the bottom right hand corner. They're also dropping a whole bunch of these little spiky balls, which are kind of useful. Oh, I was moving too far away. So basically I kind of need to be in this area to get them to fight with me. Juggling between archers and mages is not fun. Oh! Alright. And careful potion management, using them when I can, is very important. So, looks like I've got them kind of trapped. So, you just gotta figure out a way to get them all together and be able to attack them without too much recourse to you. Ooh. And archers and mages are the ones that make me the most nervous. Just deal with this guy with an up-close attack. And deal with these mages. Keep swinging. So there isn't really that much of a complex learning curve to fighting these guys. It's mostly just bottlenecking them when you can and doing as much damage as possible. I really was not prepared for this. So there's the first death. I really need a penetrative ranged weapon. Alright, got some of my gold back. Got the rest of my gold back. The mages always tend to teleport right where I need to go. I don't know what else I can really do to give me that extra advantage other than drink some potions. Let's see if I can... Nope, you stop that. Alright. So, just send those strikes on. Take advantage of my superior range. I was hoping to have the gun person before I started this fight. So mages can easily be defeated if you can stay in one place and just have an auto swing weapon. Or if you can pay attention enough to their attacks to swing when you only need to. I really shouldn't be in here. Some of my NPCs are probably going to get murdered. Alright, got that guy. Darn! So they account for where I'm going to move before I do it. So these shiny ones are ones that have my money on them. Oh, and we're only halfway through this. Alright. So we're recovering a little bit. Wish you could block the archer's projectiles. Fortunately, the sword seems to just swing on forever. Alright. But hopefully, when you trigger the goblin invasion, you also have a chance to trigger a meteor landing. And the meteor is the other way for me to kind of circumvent the same tier system that's keeping me from going any further forward. And this is kind of what I meant by, like, you don't have to necessarily be the most skilled person to, get far in this game. It's just a matter of how much you're willing to prepare and work at it in different ways. And think about it kind of laterally and horizontally, instead of only thinking of it in one direction. Alright, let's move back over here where my fire is. Make sure I take him out. I don't want to deal with archers. Oh, this is not what I intended this arena to be used for. Alright. So it's only these melee guys. I guess I spoke too soon. I was going to say, we seem to do alright. I can just kind of funnel them into a meat grinder. But when they jump at the same time, that's when it gets a little... So we're 80% of the way through it. And as far as I know, there's no way to get the goblin invasion to end, or to prevent one after you break that first heart. So if you're going to break it, you better be sure you're ready for it. Does not even seem like I've gotten the one item that was kind of desired to get in the goblin invasion so far. No. Alright. Hey, that's kind of useful. Just roll these spiky balls through them. I get plenty of them from the goblin invasion. I almost never use these things afterwards. Alright, so we're at the last, what is it, 8%? So just roll those spiky balls into that chasm and let them deal with it. Go that way. Ah, they've been defeated. Alright. So now it's just a matter of cleaning up the rest. Alright. I think that's all of them. Oh. Wow, that was not what I was looking forward to when I started this little building project. But we made it through. And unfortunately, I did not, like I said, I didn't get the one thing I was actually hoping for. Oh, well. Let's go ahead and sell some of this stuff that I probably will not use. Those aren't really needed. I don't need that. Crimtane really has no value, but I might keep it around for a little bit. Hey, the arms dealer's arrived. A little later than I wanted. Not gonna lie. So this is the arms dealer, and he's, after you get your first firearm, which you have to get at least one to activate him, you get access to him. And he does have at least one gun that's fairly useful for fighting certain bosses. I don't know how well it is in expert mode. And I probably need to sell some things just to get that if I really wanted it. I don't need all of this. I'll keep the seeds so I can grow my own. Keep a little bit of rope coil around. Vertebrae, glass blocks. Guess I'll just have to find something else I can sell. What do I have in storage that's worth something? Let's deposit all that real quick, make sure there's nothing there I want to keep, or nothing there that belongs in another box. Building materials, so those shouldn't be in there. That's technically building materials. So that there. Sounds like my roommate's getting ready for work. And I don't have anything I think that's worth diddly. This potion right here is actually really dangerous. Seems like it's nice, you know, breathe water instead of air, so it's a water breathing potion. Well, yes, it's a water breathing potion, i.e. you can't breathe air. Oh. So, I didn't really have a whole lot planned for this episode. I just saw the goblin invasion happening. I was like, well, I better bring the people back for that. Because I don't want to run that without, you know, people seeing. Let's put that there. Though as much as I died, I might have rather people not see that. And yeah, I think the homestead is good for the moment. I did want to actually get to work on a second tower over here. I do need to actually clear out my inventory as well a little bit. Quick stack. And grab one of these stacks of potions back. And then I do not need these on me. I don't actually need that on me. Campfire not for right now. Alrighty. So again, I was hoping for a meteor to come. Usually they come at the midnight in your game. It just doesn't seem like it's happening. So let's get ready for the next Cthulhu fight. I need to see how many of these I have. I have 7 of them, which I think 6 is what I need. So this is good. So what we're going to do is go right over here. And you know what? We're going to go through here and dig down. Now, the reason we're digging down is we're trying to get down to that that glowy thing down there. It's actually a demon altar. And there's a really nice way to kill yourself with it. Try striking it with a hammer. But it's used for certain crafting recipes. You actually need to have one of those around. You can't move them, so they're pretty much wherever they are in the world, that's where they're going to be. Now let's get down into here. And dig through that, and then I should be able to make a suspicious eye, which takes 6 of those. Now, we're not going to fight that yet. We saw how we did against the goblins. And, yeah. And I don't want to leave you around for watching me build. So we're probably going to do some more spelunking, but I'm going to try and find another way to enter the underground. And see if we can find some cool stuff. Isn't this what Tomb Raiders do? A guide to plant fiber cordage, which is really nice early game, but we're actually now just past that, the point where that's useful. Basically, if you equip it like an accessory, vines you break drop things that act like rope. But like I said, we're just past the point where that's actually valuable. Ah, zombie. Oh no, not a zombie. Ooh, there's a red heart though. Maybe we can defeat the Eye of Cthulhu by tanking it with just straight health. Ooh, there's another one. So sometimes these are really easy to find. Sometimes they can kind of hide for a while. I've had ones where I didn't find one, you know, after setting up this huge mine shaft, and then I finally was just kind of spelunking around some of the other caves and started finding all of them. So it was like the mine shaft I designed to, you know, go down and find stuff, didn't find them, but the one that I just went to willy-nilly had it. Alright, so do I want to go that way? There's something glowing over there, but it's probably just some sort of plant. Not anything really Ah, it's a jellyfish. So even more so. Nothing really interesting. You can get some good stuff from the jellyfish, I will admit. It's just not at the current moment. Well, I could now, but I don't want to deal with it because it's a low drop chance. If I remember correctly. I could be wrong. Alright. Just send that down to light up the area. Let's just throw this over here. Ooh. I very nearly ended myself. You go away, red slime. No one likes you. Alright, let's see. Let's grab this dart trap. That'll come in handy later. So like in Minecraft, at some point you'll eventually want to make something like a mob grinder, and in this game, it's not difficult to do it, but it does require a certain point in the game be met before you can really make one. And let's see. Ooh. I'm gonna waste the TNT on this, but... Oh, and there's some statues down there. You know what? I'll leave that alone just so I don't flood these caves with water. I won't grab those last little bit of tungsten, and I don't really need it. I did make a gold axe, and I have a gold pickaxe, and I have a better than gold or tungsten sword, so probably good by now. Ooh, but more gold can be useful, especially if I can just get some armor out of it. And there's more water. Alright. So I flooded these caves anyways. I should just went ahead and grabbed the tungsten. Alright. Let's take our time getting down. There is a miner, or undead miner, and they can drop the helmet I'm actually wearing right now, but usually by the time you get one from them, you're already past the point where that helmet's useful, or you could have already gotten it yourself by spending the relatively small price of like 1 gold. And there is 3 blocks of crimtane over there that I kinda wanna go grab. If you're wondering what crimtane is, so you can either have demonite or crimtane when you generate a world. And if you generate a world with the crimson, it generates crimtane. If you generate it with the corruption, it generates demonite. And they actually do have different stats. I believe the crimtane armor is better for melee focused characters, whereas the demonite I think is more well-rounded. I can't remember, but there is a small difference between them. It's actually one of like the first sets you get that kind of goes with that. You know, there's kind of a class system there. It's just not obvious as in leveling up in a class and then getting new abilities, but rather, are you the ranged character, are you a magic character, or are you a melee? Ooh. Lucky me. Oh, no, no. Ooh. You go away, black slime. Yeah, I can't really hit them while they're doing that. There we go. And jellyfish also tend to drop glow sticks. Yeah, we got another hook. If I hadn't found all the topaz I needed by now, that would be very useful because I can make a grappling hook out of it. There is a cave below me. And it's got one of those rock lobster things in it. Nothing I really want to deal with. Oh, giant shellies. You know what? I'm good. Sadly, I haven't found any more abandoned houses. Ooh, a demonic rally? So this introduces one of the other types of weapons that's in Terraria. One of the weapons that doesn't really have its own class. I guess you could technically call it a ranged weapon. It's the yo-yo. And it's basically kind of like a guided missile almost. You can just guide it around, it stays out for a certain amount of time, and then deals damage based on contact with the enemy. They were really strong when they first came out. You can make a good build for them. And they're really powerful ones that you can get, especially an expert. In fact, it's one of the only ways to get one of the special ones is to play an expert. And by the way, while we're here, we might as well grab the stuff to continue building. Haha, gotcha, skeleton and bat and whatever else. Demonic chain knife. Deals a decent amount of damage. The rally's actually better. High critical strike chance. I don't know. I may experiment with those. So we're getting close to what the life cap is. For pre a certain event, there is something you'll go beyond the life cap. And we got our demolitionist. Now I can start work on my elevator straight to hell, or as everyone else calls it normally, the hellevator. Let's see if we can get up into here. Really? Is there nothing in here? I mean, there's all this tungsten, but... Ooh, hold on. This doesn't look like it's just a small portion of webbing. This is somewhere I need to explore. And then after we finish exploring this, I think I'm going to go back. Oh, wall creeper! Ooh, and another NPC I can save. The hairstylist. This is the place everyone wants to be, I tell you. It does have some interesting things here, and if I can find... There's something that can jumpstart our... Yes, it's in there. Actually, I don't know if that counts. It doesn't look like it's a actual webbed chest. Nope. Ooh! But we did find a way that we no longer need recall potions. So we basically just found a magic mirror which allows you to do the effect of a recall potion with just using an item, taking a little bit of your mana. So I'm going to set that there. Now it doesn't matter if this hairstylist dies at this point since we've activated them. I mean, I don't want them to die, but... Oh, crap. Ow. I don't want them to die, but now that we've activated them, they don't... she'll just respawn in our area. Okay, there's a lot of spiders there. And then... Don't go near there. I think I'll find another way around. Like I said, I don't want to kill her, so I'm not going to expose her to unnecessary danger. Oh, another cloud in a bottle. Danger sense potion and night owl potions. And it's getting to a point where I may need to actually start carrying multiple, like the piggy banks with me and stuff, just so I have more inventory room. Alright. I have one thing of webs. Is that really all I have after all this? Alright, got that guy. Place some torches about. Like I said, I am looking for just one item since we found this. Wow, this is a big one. Normally they are not this massive. I may need to come back to this later. But nah. You guys can have an extra long episode. Oh, I was hoping that didn't blow me up. So let's loot all this. Spelunker potion. So there's another chest. Hunter potion. That shows me enemies. I don't need that. So this is the other boomerang. This one actually is really good when you find it early, but when you kind of find it as late as I did, meh. And... oh, I can't do that, can I? Used to be able to get some more room in your inventory by throwing things in your social accessories. I believe you still kind of can, but I don't think you can throw the same thing. Since I already have one cloud in a bottle. Which one's better? That one's just a cloud, that one's got movement speed. We'll stick with this one, the one we've got. Well, it doesn't look like there's one of the chests I'm looking for here, but continue looking for the moment. Ooh, there is a heart container, though. Are we really full on torches? Archery potions, featherfall potions. You know what? I can make another hammer. And I think this is pretty much the end of the spider dungeon. But I do want that crimtane ore. So we're going to go over into that next zone. Oh, it's water. Yeah, come back, spiders. Aw. Too slow. Alright. Well, now that we have the demolitionist, I don't really have to be sparing with these bombs. Alright. And we got some more crimtane ore. And I don't need these dirt blocks. The stone blocks I do need. And I think we're going to test out our new... oh wait, before we do. One more thing, and then I'm going to end the episode. Let's get that there. So if you thought the other ones were big, but I want to get to this extra red heart, because then we'll only be 2 down, and I can start making some other stuff with these. Oh, and another thing about the Danger Sense Potion, you can see explosives. Doesn't mean you'll always stop yourself from setting them off, but you can see them. Alright, let's test out this new magic mirror. And there we are. So thank you for joining me. Sorry for the extra long episode, and if it wasn't too interesting, but we had that goblin invasion and I was not prepared for it, so I thought everybody would enjoy seeing that. Thank you for joining me. I'm Terraria Umbra, and this is Terraria. Have a good one.